wait for this young man to come out here. He's on my show many times in New York.
Oh, no.
That's his album.
I
You
never
mustn't
saw
laugh at
it.
album covers. This is big business.
That's great. I love it.
Isn't that terrific?
I love
That's
it.
his new album.
That's Paul.
Yep.
That's definitely Paul.
Keeping Time, it's called. He is a gifted. Look at very little on the back. They saved a lot of money back there.
I love it.
Look at a tiny picture here. A very talented singer, songwriter, actor, co-stars in Thank God It's Friday, and incidentally wrote 3 of the songs for the film, including fabulous Last Dance. Here's the multi-talented wild man himself, Paul Jabara. Still not spending a lot on wardrobe, are you? You have nothing to take off your income tax if you do that.
They
You're
told
gonna
me.
take $10 for a coverall?
They just told me. They said, where'd you get all that interest from in that bank in Brooklyn?
Yeah. 9 years it's been here. 10? 9 years.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember those days?
Do I ever?
Would you please tell Donna and the audience how you first tried to get on the show? Because it's going in my book anyway, and if you don't tell it right, I got a better ending.
I called you up.
My secretary
Your
said...
secretary. And I said, hello, is Merv there? They said, who's calling? I said, Carol Channing. They said, one moment, please, and then,
She's a dear friend. I picked up the phone.
he thinks I says, hi. I said, hello, Merv. He said, yeah, Carol, where are you? At that point, I didn't know what I was going to say next.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, I'm in a telephone booth on the street. Was that
That's it.
He said, well, you're supposed to be doing the White House performance of Hello, Dolly. I said, oh, am I? Bye.
You said I'm late, and you said goodbye.
Right.
I thought, well, that's the oddest call I've ever had. Then I realized it couldn't have been. But he was in hair, and a lot of the kids in the cast were on the show at that time. And then you came on, and you were a smash. You came on in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm trying to reconstruct that in
Same
my
way
head.
I got my record deal.
But you've never done anything very conventional in your life, have you, Paul? I mean, you'll resort to any trick in the world.
Trick? You mean chutzpah?
Chutzpah. Translated, pushy. But great, because you know why? I mean, a lot of pushy people, but you can back it up with an enormous talent.
Thank you.
Tell them about the English situation where
in England.
where they weren't going to let you work because of the unions. And
I
the
was in
laws.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Bless you.
And British Equity wouldn't let me continue to work there because I was an American. And if you're American there, you're taking work away from an Englishman. A whole bunch of things. Anyway, I didn't know what to do. I was going to star in a new show. I was freaking. I was crazed. So I handcuffed myself to the Prime Minister's house.
Number 10 Downing Street.
Number 10 Downing Street. And they had cameras, and they had people, and they had the police sawing you over the blowtorch. And there I was laying like a pathetic creature, handcuffed to this fence. And they threw me in jail. And I was freaked. I must have been... It was Robert Stigwood who was the producer of it. And he was supposed to get me out in an hour. Well, I must have been in there 6 hours. By then, I was demented. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know why did I do this. They threw me in front of the chief magistrate, and he said, Mr. Jabara, it was a very, very silly thing you did. And I said, yes, sir. He said, fine him 10 pounds for highway obstruction. And that was
But the beauty of the whole story is that you can go up to number 10 Downing Street. I mean, there's not a lot of guards around. We did it one time. We went over and did a film there, and I pretended like I went around and called on everybody. I went up to Buckingham Palace and knocked on the gate. You know, and nobody came. And then I went over to... And the cops were right out in front of number 10 Downing Street, and the doors were right on the street, so I went up and knocked on the door, and nobody came. You know. Surprised it didn't open, you were there.
Oh, no, they opened. They knew I was coming, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, someone called in advance.
Eventually, you then did write a show that the Stigwood organization did produce on Broadway.
Called Rachel Lily Rosenblum, and don't you ever forget it.
That's the whole title. You're not warning them.
No, that's part of the title.
Rachel...
Rachel Lily Rosenblum, and don't you ever forget it.
I don't remember doing any of the songs from that. Do you, Mort? No. Did anything be... Was there hits?
No, what happened was we closed the night before the opening.
Uh-huh. You closed the night?
Closed the night before the opening. It was like Springtime for Hitler number from the producers. The sets were coming down, the costumes, people couldn't change. It was just shambles.
It was a disaster?
It was, well...
How much of a disaster?
Oh, a lot of money. They spent around $750,000. But what happened was we were all very inexperienced with doing a new show on Broadway. Stigwood had just done, shows that had been on Broadway and had brought them over to London. They had already been worked out. And he thought it was going to be such a smash. He said, we're not going to go out of town. We're going to open cold. Oh.
What a cold.
But it was dramatic. But listen.
What was the story about?
It's about a fat, ugly Jewish girl that lived across the street from Barbra Streisand in Brooklyn.
That's the story?
And Barbara made it, so this girl thinks that if Barbara could do it, she could do it too. She even spells her name R-A-C-H-A-E-L, Rachel. She took on the A that Barbara dropped.
Right.
It was,
And was there a song, Where Did That A Go?
No.
See, that's what you missed.
There was a song called That Negro from Uh-Oh Chorrillos, which was very funny.
Right.
And a song called Dear Miss Streisand, like Dear Mr. Gable. It's very, I want to do it as my next album. I really want to take it and work it out, because I worked 4 years on it. And it was, it's part of your guts.
Can you do a voice?
What, can
Could
I
you
do
do
her
Rachel's voice?
Oh, Rachel's voice. Ramon, what are you trying to do to me?
Don't be silly, darling. I want you.
What do you want? Something like that.
That's good.
I can't.
You do all the parts, everything.
Yeah.
If you had your way, you wouldn't let anybody else work in show business.
No.
No, I'm See, we're making him out as a real cuckoo clock, but he is so gifted that all these stories are funny. And as I said, you can back it all up. Now, did he ever come and sing a song for you?
Oh, God, Paul is really crazy. I mean, besides the 5 o'clock in the morning calls that I get most of the time in hysterics.
You call me at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I come over.
Oh, you come over.
I was we were at Puerto Rico. I was performing, and Paul had written a song for Thank God It's Friday, Last Dance, and he wanted me to hear it right away because they were closing up on what they were taking for the film, and he wanted me to sing the song. And so I was so busy that day, and we were getting ready to leave the next morning, that he said, you got to listen to my song then. I said, Paul, I don't have time. I got to pack. And then people were coming in and interviewing, and Paul grabs me, throws me in the bathroom, locks the door, and keeps me trapped, and sings the song about 100 different ways. And then I said, I'll take it.
Yeah, just let me out of the bathroom, right?
And I came back, but I love the song.
Oh, what a great song, and how wonderfully that motion picture builds to that moment.
Oh, she sings it incredible.
But Paul also sings the song, and he did an incredible job of it, too.
Thank you.
There is, I'm not going to give, we don't want to give away too much of the movie by showing too many clips. But your arrival at the discotheque, because the first minutes of the movie are concerned with the various characters that you're going to be with for the whole movie, arriving at this great discotheque called the Zoo, which is really Oski's down here. So, Oski's. So, there are all these people arriving, and it sets up their characters in the movie. And probably yours is the best of all. You've got to understand that Paul in the movie wears very thick glasses, and even with those on, has terrible time seeing. Right, okay. They're just Coke bottles at the bottom here. So here is Paul Jabara's arrival at the discotheque. Watch. We're going to do a commercial and come back, and Paul Jabara will sing his song from the soundtrack.